Hi, and thanks for joining. It's Patty from pspapercrafts, and I want to show you how to make this really cute hello card with the ladybugs. I can't believe I haven't used this before. It's so adorable. There's the Hello Ladybug bundle. You can buy this separately or together. There's the stamp set, and then there's this great punch that will punch out this the ladybug and her wings. And there's a two-step with the wings. You can leave them white or you can put the black in there. So let's get started. I love this leaf. There's something about it that I just love. So I have my pieces. I'm using Granny Apple Green for the leaf and then the card base. And then I'm just using Real Red and Basic Black, or Black Memento, I should say. So let's get started. I have some scraps, and when I use a punch, I like to turn it over. And the way you open it is you just push this and it opens. So it lets you store them nice. And I like to see how I will feed it in. It's good to use a strip. You don't want to feed it in. You don't want to have it down here and then it's upside down. So just pay attention a little bit to how you're feeding it in. I am going to use Black Memento ink. I have my ladybug all mounted. And we just really want to make sure your ink is nice and, I guess, juicy. Although the Black Memento doesn't seem to be juicy like our other inks. And we just want to press it down and get good coverage here. And it's a little bit, I'm going to get another one. Oh, I have some over here. Let's just try that again. I want to just make sure it's inked up well and press it down. Okay, that looks good. And now let's do one more. I'm going to actually put it right on top of here, give it a little bit of a cushion behind it. You can use your piercing mat as well. Okay, so we're going to use these two, and you can do some stamping on your scrap paper first, just to make sure you get a dark color. And then we'll just feed it right in here and punch it out. And I like to just hold it down and then kind of fine tune it, make sure there's a white kind of rim around the whole thing. And there we have one. And then we'll do the other one. Very easy. I love when we have a punch for the stamps. You don't have to get out your die cutting machine. It's just handy dandy. So we've got two of those. And now let's do the wings. So I'm going to use the same idea here. So the wings will go this way. Okay, so let's get the red. So I'm using Real Red, and I have my stamp mounted, which is, where is my stamp? I know I'm probably looking right at it, right in front of me. Oh my goodness. I was looking on the side where I usually have my stamps. And again, you want good coverage on this. And this reminds me of Minnie Mouse when I see it. And I heard they're doing a makeover to Minnie Mouse. She's going to be wearing not the white and red polka dot. It's almost like a gym suit or a sweatsuit. I don't know. I saw it quickly on the news. Everybody's getting a makeover here. But I'll always think of Minnie when I see something like this, right? And then there's black dots that fit in. So we'll do some Black Memento ink. And these you really kind of have to get over to get them lined up. And you don't want to do it this way, and you'll see. And excuse my head, but I want to look right over dead center here. Okay, and then we'll do this one, and then we'll punch it out. So just go right over it. Okay, it's off a little bit, but I'm fine with that. And then we can punch this out. So we want to just feed it in here. And again, just press down a little bit before you pop it, before you cut it. And then you can move it around a little bit and get everything lined up. So we've got one, and then we've got the second one. So easy to do. And if you have a hard time squeezing it, you can get it set up and then just push it on the table. I know some people, my mom has real bad arthritis in her hand. She would have a hard time with that. So just press it, you know, get it lined up and then just put it down on your table. So now let's put these together real quick and then we can do our stamping. And it's a very easy card. And I'm just going to put a little glue right here and then line it up with the top of the body. And it fits perfectly where the head kind of goes in. So there we go, 1 and 2. I think this will be great for my granddaughter, the ladybugs. I always think of my kids with these kind, or my grandkids with these kind of cards. But this would be nice for a lady, for anybody. Okay, so now we want to do our stamping of the leaf. And I'm using Granny Apple Green on this. And I started with the first one in the middle. So I wanted to just figure out where I wanted that one, and then I stamped the other ones. And let me get a piece of scrap so we can go off the paper a little bit. And that one didn't come out on the inside. You know what? I am going to get my, I have it right here. I'm going to just flip this over and get my, so I'm using a piercing mat. It just gives it a little bit of, what am I thinking? What is the word? Like sponge. So when you have your rubber stamps, there's a little bit of give to them when you're stamping. And these are very hard because they're just solid plastic or photopolymer, whatever it is made of. So there's nothing that like gives at all in it. So we'll just do 3 of these. Yeah, that gives me better image here. I want to go this way. Okay, and then I just use this little tiny dots and I just put them around just to kind of fill it in a little bit. So I have that mounted, and this is just, and I'm going to take this off of here because I don't want to go off the edge of it and then have it crooked. So I just stamp these around. Are you getting nervous because there's so much red on here? Let's just clean it off a little bit. Okay. You don't want to lean and then get ink all over. So let's finish it up. Okay. And if you want to fill in anywhere you can, let's just put this aside, get rid of this red. And then we can do our hello. So I love a hello card. I think they're fun and you can send it for no reason at all. So I already have this one where I kind of cut it that way. So I'll just use the rest of it. And just a hello in black. So I love the black and red, and then there's that green for a pop of color. And we'll just cut this down. You can banner it. I just figured I would do one of these kinds of cuts. And I think I'm going to actually cut it a little bit closer. And this is just a 1/2 inch of strip of basic white. So that'll go there. So now we can put our card together. So let's put our card down on our card base, and I'll use some liquid glue for that. And then I'm going to pop up everything. The sentiment and the ladybug. And this is just top to bottom with a little bit of green on the sides. Oh, and you know what? I did the inside out here. So this will be a little bit different. See how this is narrower? That's what this was supposed to be. And then I have the inside. So I'm going to have to get a different inside. So you can make this as narrow or as wide as you want. It's all okay. It's your card. You make it how you want it. Or you make a mistake and nobody knows, right? So let's get our dimensionals on this. I'm going to put 3 on, 1 up by the head and 2 on the body. We'll get both butterflies going here. I always make a mistake, but I guess there's no real mistakes in paper crafting because you can always come up with a solution. And I'm going to use just, this is an end for this. Okay, and let's kind of lay everything out. We'll put this down here. So which one is better, the wider or the narrow border? Maybe the wider is better. It has more room for the butterflies. So maybe it's a happy accident. Okay, and just put these on, and then I'll step away and cut another inside because I think that would be too narrow for an inside. Oh boy. This is kind of stuck. There we go. So they're just kind of flying up the leaves. When I lived in New York, we would have a time of year where we would be infested with ladybugs. And they were on kind of the sunny side of the house. And my daughter's bedroom was upstairs. And they were always in the window, in the windowsill. And I have to tell you, they really smell. They have stink bugs up there with a ladybug smell. I like ladybugs, but I didn't like that infestation. So let me just step away and get a new inside going, okay? All right, I'm back. So this again is 5.5 by 3 3/4, so both the outside and the inside. So I guess it'll match. I guess that's a good thing. So let's do this other ladybug, the one walking across the bottom. And I didn't put a sentiment in this. On a hello card, I don't know who I'm sending it to. I like this one. You can bug me anytime, but I'd have to have somebody very specific that I was going to give that to, and I can't think of anybody right now. So I will leave it blank, and you could even make this a happy birthday card if you wanted to use happy birthday sentiment or thinking of you. Lots of choices. So I'm going to do these guys in black. Look at their smiling faces. These ladies, I should say, because they are ladies. And we can do the real red. Got all these things hanging out. And this is just, will fit around it. And again, you want to kind of line it up around the dots. So, excuse my head again. I just want to see where I'm putting it. Okay. And this just makes it, I think, the red. They're a little funny without the red. But I like their smiling faces. Okay. So we can put this inside and then it's done. You can put some bling on it, but I thought with these red dots, you really didn't need any bling. But you can always do that if you want. So I like to put my insides in with my stamp and seal. So we'll just do that. That's my kind of my thing. Liquid glue on the outside, stamp and seal on the inside. Party on the top, whatever, however that goes. What was that with the hair? Business in the front and party in the back, or whatever. And now it's the pajamas on the bottom and the business on top with everybody working from home. So these are the cards. I think they're really cute. I love this set, and I'm going to have to play with it more. And I think you could just use these flowers for a card without the ladybugs, the leaves and the flowers. I mean, there's a lot you can do. I like the My Friend. But thanks so much for joining, and come back. I am live on YouTube on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and then I try to do another video usually on Friday. Thanks for joining. Bye.